Support robotnation #1 comic book on the crowdfunding site Kickstarter. A 44-page sci-fi horror comic book for mature readers from New Zealand.
Hey guys, so some people were talking about like, translations. Would you guys like to do that? Yeah. Luis, do you speak? Can you do it in Spanish? No, Aru, I don't. We don't speak Spanish in Portugal. I'm in Brazil, I should say. I'm in Brazil, right? We speak Portuguese, and I'm like, wow, that's a new thing I've just learned. And it's. Oh, here he is. He's in the chat, right? So that's my artist on Howler, and I'll show you his artwork just so like since we're here, right? So and he's here. So he was just so he's just asking me about something and on Skype. This was like had myself muted, and so I answered that and I said, hey, I'm on here. So he jumped in. So thank you, dude. So,
is this his art right there?
No, this is I'm about to show you his art. So this is not final cover, right? So this is the not final cover to Howler that we're doing a preview of in the actual that we're going to put a page in here in our to show his work, right? So this is what he's working on right now.
Cool.
This is a ongoing series, probably a maxi series. We discussed it yesterday with Edwin, who was on here. We were talking about coloring comics and stuff, and his mask work, and because he's a tattoo artist as well. So Louise, he came on and said, "Oh, we'd like to do some work," and so I said, "Oh, got this idea about because I love werewolves. I love wolves, and I would love to do a story like that." And so I did like an outline. And the weird thing is, most of my stories come from my dreams. All right, I have a very vivid dream life.
It's the best place to get them.
Yeah, and so what I saw was like for this story, right? I saw a lady and a family scared about their baby. A family was getting attacked, and there was a baby, and so I'm like, huh. Okay. Woke up, I thought that's a great idea, kind of wild, get this family getting attacked in the night in the middle of nowhere, the little village. And so now you got to like pull it all the way back. It's, it's a ride and go, how did that end up there? Like, it's just a random story, right? It's a random little dream in the middle of nothing.
Right.
It's back of a, whatever sleep pattern. And next thing you know, created this huge freaking world on its own, and then this, we had Luis come on, and I was like, okay, we're doing this. So we planned out 2 issues. It's like penciled out 2, but like not penciled, storyboarded 2 issues, like panel by panel, and then went, okay, this fits here, this fits here. All right, now let's go. So so it's a huge project with 12 issues, right? And so we said like, okay, we'll do three issues, and then we'll put that out. Then we'll do 3 issues, and we'll put that out. And so it's a long work. Like, I mean, you're looking at a couple years if you really think about it. But the way I'm writing it is a movie. So I'm hoping that when we finish it, or even like, sometimes people will go, oh, what's this? And they like the idea of the first 3 issues and go, oh, okay, I'd be interested in, and I think we could make, if somebody was a filmmaker, especially here in New Zealand, because we have a very huge filmmaking industry, right? And especially indie.
Yeah.
And our horror scene is probably the most exported. Everybody thinks about like Lord of the Rings and stuff, but our indie scene when it comes to horror is like everywhere. Like it's our biggest scene for New Zealand is horror. And so to have to have something like Howler maybe get picked up one day as a movie would be perfect, man. Like, I mean, I wrote it as a movie when I'm like, because I have a background in filmmaking, right? So, it doesn't allow for a lot of like you know how like sometimes movies you need special effects for horror, special effects, right? And so it's interesting when the story is the main thing, not the effects.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm kind of like going for with like Howler. But since we're talking about that, I want to get you to watch something, and I was gonna get out, Edwin to watch it yesterday because he's a horror fanatic like myself. But I want your take on this. So there's a movie that's just come out. This is a trailer, sorry, I should say, that's come out, and it's called The Beast Within, and it's got Kit. Kit. I think it's Withington or Sherrington from Nothing Snow. Jon Snow. That guy.
Yeah.
So he's in this, and The Beast Within. Yeah. So
Sounds familiar.
carry on. Sorry.
Oh no, I just said it just sounds familiar.
So he's from what's the name of the thing? Game of Thrones, right? Jon Snow,
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to bring this up, and we'll watch it together, and then I'll get you to. We'll go over it together and ask you what you think about it.
Cool.
And here's the thing. So I like the setting, and I'm not going to spoil our story, right? But I think, Louise and with him and the artist in the chat, he'll know how our story works, and
I got you.
and not so much in the sense of how this story, but like it's kind of like in the similar vein of like family, because our story is a lot about family, and
Right.
it's got all the monsters and all that stuff, but so this is it here. So The Beast Within coming out soon, and let's go check it out. Let me bring us down to a bit lower. There we are. So this is
These woods, they're my woods. I'm king of these woods.
King.
I, king of these woods, pronounce thee princess.
Dad? Mama?
Yes, we are.
Where are you always going?
I heard you last night. You need to take Willow away.
Are we safe?
I would never let anything hurt you. He is your father.
I didn't want this. This cursed.
It gets harder to control the rage.
This can't go on.
He's gonna tear that child to pieces. Believe in me.
It's him.
It's okay. Don't be scared. I am a monster. Get inside!
He loves us.
Kneel before your king.
so I'm
It looks good.
it looks
I mean,
pretty cool, right?
I just feel bad for the guy. He can't get away from wolves in everything he plays. But yeah, no, that looks good.
Yeah, I looked at I only saw it like maybe about 2 days ago, and I was like, man, that's a pretty cool. And it kind of made and then I'm looking at like it's kind of like our Howler story, but it isn't really, because Howler, like our story, Howler, our comic book, You know, it's about real world mythological creatures, and like historical things. Like we talk about, like we bring in a Ukrainian Navka. Never heard of that character, right? Never heard of that creature. And then also we've got something from Philippines, and then now in their historical mythological belief system, right? They have a mythological creature, and then so we're able to travel the world. And so the idea behind this is that there is a group out there who collect these creatures, right? And so for whatever reason, they go get them. And so the story is that there's a mum and a son, running a pizza shop in Auckland, New Zealand, where we were last weekend, about 3-hour drive from here, 2.5-hour drive. And so, you get the son's in love with this local girl, and there's conflict there, and then there is the conflict that comes with who these people, who the mom and son are. But I like how this story is about the dad and the daughter.
Please support the robotnation comic book on Kickstarter, a 44-page full-color sci-fi horror comic book for mature readers from New Zealand. The comic book is translated into 3 languages: English, Spanish and Portuguese, with amazing art and variant covers from artists around the world. This first issue of robotnation will be released as self-contained one-shot style complete books. Each issue has 2 stories. Visit Kickstarter.com and use robotnation in the search bar.